Good morning and welcome. Good afternoon, Sass, to you. Let's see who was always in here. Jamie, Lovable Rogue, Jean, Lisa, Michelle, Cheryl Lynn, Miss Debbie, Chrissy Lee, Southern Mom, Tremaine, Never Lose Hope, Miss Julie, Sass, Karen. Hey, Karen. Yippee, too early. I would normally be late. Hey, Red Room Media. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. I think it's a good idea to play intro music. That way, it gives people time to get in the chat. I like ukulele music, by the way. I have a ukulele. I have two. Just can't play them. Well, actually, one's Mark's. But anyways, hey, Haley. Yeah, where is Verbal? Remember what he said? Oh, I got a wrench. I'll be in the chat every morning. Anyhow, did y'all have a good weekend? I had a good weekend up until yesterday evening. I was folding laundry in my kitchen, folding Mark's shirt. My beagle was crying in the bedroom. I was home alone. She cried for like a minute or so, and I was like, I'm going to go help her up on the bed because she was wanting up on the bed. I went to go through there, stepped in a dog dish that I feed my dogs in. It's one of those that's got two sides to it. Went sliding through the kitchen and finally fell, and I got hurt pretty bad. Thank God I didn't break anything, but I'm pretty banged up. Awesome. Hawaiian. Oh, that is so cool. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. I have two ukuleles. Two, my boys needed them for music in school. Oh, cool. I had to buy Timothy a trumpet because he's in band. Yeah, I laid on the floor for like 10 minutes and I was like moaning and groaning. My dog quit crying. She came in there to check on me. Actually, both of my beagles. It hurt. My knee's pretty banged up. My knee's always swollen, but it's even worse. And there's a bruise on it. And my hip, I don't know how this happened. It just all happened so fast, but like my lower back on the left side, the back of my leg, and then my knee was all hurt. If I'd have broke anything, I would have been screwed. Well, Mark came home shortly after that, but my phone was on the kitchen bar where I'd been standing there folding clothes. That was a fright. Yeah, how you feeling today? I feel really sore. I probably won't be on long this morning. I'll try to do the whole hour. It's hard sitting here. I should have brought a pillow in here. And then, of course, as soon as I was getting ready to go live, Mark said, "Are you hungry?" And I said, "No, not really." And I was like, I do my live streams at 10:30, so just try to hold off a little bit. And I'll try to hurry and fix breakfast when I'm done. See, they worried about their mama. Someone got to take care of them. Yeah, well, see what had happened. My dogs, they eat all over the house. Like my two beagles, they like to eat back here away from the little dogs. But anyways, I had been feeding. I had just fed the Schnauzer and Yorkie in that little tray. And it was sitting in front of my back door. Yeah. Gosh, I just still don't know how that happened. Well, excitement for school back in did not last long in the house. Hey, just Jax. Good morning. That's Cracker Jacks, isn't it? Yeah. You changed your name. I like it. I like the Cracker Jacks too. Okay, so we're going to talk about Joe Exotic. Anyone have a good true crime Netflix show documentary? Carolina girl, there's a lot of people in the chat that watch Netflix documentaries. So one of them might know. I don't have Netflix. I borrowed, I believe it was Southern Mom, let me use her account so I could watch the Tiger King murder mayhem crap. Becomes daydreaming, CC. Yes, I must have been daydreaming. Well, I still had one of Mark's shirts in my hands. I was folding t-shirts. Um, and I was a little annoyed. I was like, gosh almighty, why can't she just jump up on the bed without having to ask for permission? She's like that. There's a certain spot she can jump from because there's like a dog bed sitting there. But where I have laminated flooring, she don't like to jump because she slides sometimes. She is a really weird dog. Okay, so we're going to talk about Joe Exotic this morning because he wrote a letter to his fans. It was penned, and he said that he's not going to last much longer in prison. He's going to die. Yeah, and I actually saved the article to my phone so I could find it easy, but I still want to pull up the TMZ picture. And screen share it here. This is like never ending with Joe Exotic and Carole Baskin. We're going to talk a little bit about her too. So there's a few little things happening. I got a little list here, so I'm going to check off each topic that I talk about because there's actually another story I wanted to share with y'all. When this first happened, I actually did a video on this, but I put it up on my Patreon. But a family in Texas, a family of 6 was found dead in their vehicle. The family pet was also found dead, and I'm going to share that. I wanted to talk about that a little bit, so I made a list so I don't forget. But here's Joe Exotic's letter. I'll read y'all the letter in just a second. Let me go to my phone screen because I saved the article to my home screen. Joe Exotic, letter to fans. My life is hell and I'm dying in prison. Scream for help letter. Joe Exotic says he's at the end of his rope and might not be around much longer if he doesn't get some immediate help from President Trump or Cardi B or Kim Kardashian. TMZ obtained a letter penned by the imprisoned Tiger King star this week to his supporters, fans, loved ones. He opens up by saying the pandemic's over, and he's asking POTUS to grant him a miracle and free him. But it's pretty bleak from there. Joe says, my soul is dead, and he's struggling to keep hope in what he describes as some pretty miserable conditions behind bars. He also claims he's being tormented by people sending him information about his husband Dylan Passage, living it up, the outs and partying without him. Joe also says Dylan's gone radio silent on him. Dylan's ghosted him, y'all. On top of all that, Joe claims he's not getting treatment and meds for his health conditions, and he makes a dark prediction. I'll be dead in 2 to 3 months. Joe compares his prison sentence to death row, makes it clear he feels abandoned, and takes some shots at people he believes took advantage of him and stabbed him in the back. There are some more questionable parts to the letter too, including racial comments suggesting he'd get treated better if he were a different color. It says George Floyd's message got lost with the rioting. Oh, and there's a Michael Jackson song reference too. In the end, Joe Exotic maintains his innocence and tosses a final Hail Mary to Cardi B and Kim Kardashian in hopes they'll catch it and help him out. The Cardi ship may have already sailed, though. Of course, Joe still has his legal team working hard to get a pardon from President Trump. But if this letter's to be believed, the clock's ticking. It's pretty dramatic. The clock's ticking. Gosh, I hope this is not true. Oh, yeah. And the guy that wrote Joe Exotic's songs for him, he came out with another song. I would love to play this. I'm afraid I'll get in trouble. But it's called Pardon the Tiger King. Let me see. I'm afraid to play it, guys. I wish I could play it. I was trying to find the link to it, but that took me to some kind of podcast. Wasn't the song. Okay, let me look at my chat because I've been off the chat for a minute reading. Okay, I missed some people. TC, Faithful One. Did I say hi to Mary? I forgot. Well, hey, Mary again. Lovable Rogue. I can't remember who to say hi to. Lovable Rogue, don't play it, CC. No, I'm not going to because you know it's copyrighted. I'm afraid to play any music with lyrics like when I first start my live stream, so I've just been finding instrumental music. So I think Joe Exotic's getting desperate. You know, I think he was set up by Jeff Lowe, Carole Baskin, and the other people involved in the murder for hire stuff. But I can't help but think about, he's feeling like a caged animal. And I keep thinking about those chimps he kept locked in cages for years. I think in the end he felt bad about that. But, karma's a real thing. I actually think he's been punished enough. Now, if I knew he for sure did kill tigers, shot tigers, I wouldn't support him at all. And, with this murder for hire charge. 22 years says. This guy just don't stop. I know it. See, I read some of the letter. I can't see it all, though. I read some of it. I didn't see what they were talking about, the racial comments. I saw a comment that his PR people put out. Uh-oh. I hit something. Let me go find that other article. Hold on, let me find it on my phone. Sometimes I can find stuff easier on my phone. Oh, that's the Don Lewis article. I was going to read the statement that Joe and them put out. They were just talking about, the injustices in America, in the legal system. I'm going to talk about the Minneapolis police here in a minute because I saw an article about them. They're going to try to get them dismantled. Okay. There's another article. Tiger King star Joe Exotic pleads to Donald Trump to grant him a miracle. Claims he's going to die in 2 to 3 months. Oh, okay. Here's something. I can't find that one article I was looking for. Here's something about Jeff Lowe. Tiger King star Jeff Lowe rips Joe Exotic's request for pardon from Trump. He's a horrible person, Jeff, honey. You're not a great person either. Tiger King star Jeff Lowe is weighing in on Joe Exotic's request to be pardoned by President Trump. In an exclusive interview with Fox News, Lowe said the former big cat owner has no chance of getting out of jail. Oh, you hope he don't get out because you set him up, you snitch. He is not going to get pardoned by Donald Trump. He is not going to get pardoned. Donald Trump is not going to pardon this guy, Lowe said. Last month, Joe Exotic's legal team turned heads in Washington, D.C. as they drove around in a tour bus with a sign that reads, President Trump, please pardon Joe Exotic. The wrap on the bus also displayed an eccentric Netflix star's Team Tiger moniker, and as well as his face plastered on its side. It's what Jeff Lowe had to say about Joe. Joe has that diva personality most narcissists do. So, of course, he's going to take it to where the buck stops, and that's at the White House, Lowe said. Well, I didn't know that he was qualified to diagnose someone as a narcissist. What would he call himself? He's a pretty big narcissist himself. If you look at the personality traits of a narcissist, this guy pretended to have like this big mansion, fancy cars, big swimming pool at his mansion. None of it was his. This guy, he's got everything that he does have in life by conning and lying. Piece of shit. I can't stand him. Is Will in here? Hey, Will. I've been looking into Jeff Lowe, and I can't find a whole lot about him except when he failed to appear, he got arrested. Well, he got in trouble over tiger cubs in Vegas. He was sneaking tiger cubs in suitcases into hotels, taking them up to people's hotel rooms and letting them pet them, pass them around. Of course, they was paying him. Of course, he's not going to do that for free. He don't have a good bone in his body. He claims he said something about after he saved Carole Baskin's life, reached out to her, told her about the murder for hire plot. It was basically crappy of her to take that zoo after he had helped her out. Lucy Love. About missed you. Your picture's dark, girl. The man is a con man. He's a professional con man. So let's talk about what's going on with Carole Baskin. So, there's legal experts that say that the will is forged. So Don Lewis's daughters, Carole Baskin's missing husband's daughters, are lawyering up. And I found out something interesting. Back when Don's daughter and them were challenging Carole about the will, a handwriting expert for Don's daughters and them for their team said that the will was a forgery back then. But they didn't have the money to fight Carole. If you got money, you got power, right? A lot of times. And the judge ruled in Carole's favor. Now, legally, there's nothing they can do to her right now. But civilly is a different story. If they can get someone to take their case, they're coming after Carole over that will. I got the article right here. Carole Baskin, Don Lewis's daughter, seeking justice over allegedly forged will. Me Too sides. They only got 10%. Only got 10% of their father's estate. When they say estate, does that include the money and stuff? I'm sure it does. I don't know a lot about stuff like that. So let's read this. Carole Baskin's day of reckoning is coming. After a sheriff determined the will of her ex-husband, well, he's not really her ex-husband. He's deceased. Do you call your husband that passes away an ex? Anyhow, ex-husband Don Lewis was a forgery. At least that's what Don's daughter is hoping. Donna Pettis tells TMZ the recent bombshell from Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Cronister, who claims he's certain Carole Baskin forged Don's will to make it so she'd inherit his fortune if he went missing, only confirms what she and her sisters already suspected way back in 1997. Donna says the will was determined to be a fake by a professional back then, but Carole had her own analysis, claimed the opposite, and got the judge to sign off. And Donna says her family didn't have the money or resources to fight her on it at the time. She says since then, 4 other experts have evaluated the will and reached the same conclusion: forgery. But because of the statute of limitations, there's nothing they can do, or is there? Donna tells us she's been meeting with several lawyers in hopes of landing one willing to take on the high-profile case and finally get some justice for her dad. She says she and her sisters are considering hiring 2 attorneys, a criminal and a civil, in order to get the ball rolling, but they're still weighing options. The bottom line is, Donna and her family plan to go after Carole Baskin in whatever legal manner still possible. They also want more action taken in investigating Don Lewis's death. He was declared legally dead in 2002. Donna's not accusing Carole of killing her father, but she does think Carole knows more than she ever let on and plans to get it out of her in a courtroom. This says, we have reached out to Carole Baskin. No word back so far. Who was this? Oh, this was my TMZ. Alex. Hope you're doing good. Hope the girls are good. So let me tell you something. You reap what you sow. Whatever you put out in this universe, you're going to get back, whether it be good or bad. Karma, if she was involved in Don Lewis's death, if she forged that will, and it looks like that she did, karma's going to get her. Hold on, guys. Let me get this dog. Hold on. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, karma is a you know what. Jamie, it's so sad, Cece. When you fight in court civilly, it's your dime. Ones with money get better outcomes. I spent a small fortune and didn't break even. Sad. Criminals get better representation in court. I've heard that. Just like, okay, and I hate to say this because y'all know I'm always like on Joe's side when it comes to the murder for hire. Like I said, the charges about killing animals is a different story. I'd like to see some proof of that. If I saw proof of that, I'd probably never talk about Joe Exotic again, besides to drag his ass. Um, but he's getting karma. I hate to say it. I just don't like animals in cages. I just don't, unless it is a real zoo. You know, like Australian Zoo, Bronx Zoo, zoo like that, Cincinnati Zoo, Indianapolis Zoo, something that teaches conservation. I don't like to see dogs tied up on chains their whole life and just animals kept in cages. I just don't like it. They claim Joe Exotic shot tigers, got rid of old tigers to make room for new. I think they did find some bones on the property, but that doesn't mean anything. Animals die. He had a lot of tigers for a lot of years. Or suitcases, Karen, exactly. For Jeff Lowe to come out and criticize anyone for anything is a crock. It's ridiculous to hear him say stuff like that. I mean, it's just, what's that word? Ludicrous. For him to put anyone down in the things that he's done in his life. It's all about money. They have those big cats and it goes to their head. It makes them feel like they're somebody special, powerful. That was Carole's whole deal. That's why she went after Joe Exotic. It was jealousy. When she started going after Joe Exotic, he was not doing anything. He was taking tiger cubs around with him when he was talking to kids. Animals just help hold kids' attention when he was talking about, drinking and driving, staying off drugs, right? He started out doing good and then got into this feud with Carole, and it all went to hell in a handbasket. Yeah, I don't believe that he shot tigers. I really don't. Because even though Joe Exotic, he is diva-like, and I think he exaggerates and tells tall tales and done shady crap, but I really think he did love animals. It's going to help make the year if they finally charge Carole with something. She thinks she's got it licked, as we like to say here. Like she's got it, Nothing they can do. She's got her lawyer husband, and he knows all these loopholes, and she thinks she's going to get away with all this. She may do it. She may do it legally, but I think they're going to keep digging till they find something that they can charge her for. This new sheriff down there, I believe he knows that Carole did something to Dawn. He just can't prove it. Okay, so let's move on to, let me find this. The family of 6 found dead in an SUV in San Antonio. When it first came out, I did a video and put it up on Patreon. Let me just find it. It looks like they died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Let me screen share this. Seems to be happening a lot more lately. Six members of a military family were found dead on Thursday at a home in San Antonio, Texas, in what appeared to be a murder-suicide. Oh, crap. It's going to do that crazy scrolling stuff. Police discovered 2 adults and 4 children dead in an SUV. See how it just scrolls? I wasn't pushing anything in it. It scrolled on me. Okay. Found him dead in an SUV in the home's garage. The family has not been identified, but Police Chief William McManus said the adults, a man and a woman, were in their mid to late 30s. The children range in ages from 11 months to 4 years old. StreamYards needs to fix some stuff because when you try to screen share and scroll, it does not work. I never have scrolling problems unless I'm screen sharing. So I guess police were called to the home to do a welfare check. When police opened the door, they smelled noxious fumes. McManus told reporters earlier in the day the officers also found a cryptic note with military jargon on the front door. According to McManus, the note, once it was interpreted, said there were bodies or people inside and warned, do not enter. Police were concerned that the home was booby-trapped with explosives. They searched the residence with a robot to ensure it was safe. The neighborhood was also evacuated as officers combed the scene. Police were eventually able to enter the garage where they found the family dead along with 2 cats in a basket in the front seat. So it says, the police chief said the family was connected to the military, but did not say which branch. Neighbors told police they never saw any family members who had just moved to the area in January. So, yeah. What in the world is going on in the world? And I'm just wondering, was this husband and wife, did they plan this together? I'm thinking that they may have.
This morning.
Okay. It was playing the news conference. It is sad. I think it was planned too. I could be wrong. He could have held a gun on her and made her get in with the kids and the cats, but I have a feeling that these two may have planned that. Never know. It's heartbreaking either way. It really does make you wonder people's mindset. Meow meow. When we did our members stream Saturday night, I shared a story about a missing autistic boy. He has been located safely. Let me get back to my crime online. There's also this little boy was from Mississippi, but there's an autistic toddler missing now too. I'll show y'all his pic in a minute. So this little boy from Mississippi, he went missing and he was found in Tennessee. He disappeared May 29th. Okay, and it says he has been found alive, the Alcorn County Sheriff announced on Sunday. So he was last seen at Summit's View Ranch for Boys in Walnut, Mississippi on May 29th between 1:30 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. The FBI joined the search for the boy and also announced he had been found. Okay, so he was found in Hardeman County, Tennessee, near Middleton. I probably didn't pronounce the county right. About 8 miles north of where he was last seen. So he must be in a boys' home, some kind of home. I didn't know that. Okay, along with autism, the boy also has disruptive mood, dysregulation, and bipolar disorder. Well, I am glad that he's been located. Thank God. Oh, I didn't screen share it with you guys, did I? I forgot. Anyways, he's been located. I thought I was screen sharing, I swear. Sometimes I think I'm losing it. It didn't say where he had been. It didn't say. Um, now, this little toddler, he's nonverbal. This is in Colorado. It says he responds to children's songs and animal noises. He's 3 years old. He disappeared Friday night from the Eagle area. Sebastian Castro Rivas vanished from Eagle Villas apartment complex on June 5th at around 9:20 p.m. He was last seen wearing jeans, a red shirt, and red shoes. He has brown eyes and brown hair. On Sunday, more than 300 volunteers showed up to help authorities search for the boy, along with the CBI, FBI, and local law enforcement. Search teams scoured along Eagle River, where an article of clothing belonging to Sebastian was found. A phone the boy was carrying was found in the river just below the apartment complex. Oh no. When I hear this, I'm a little bit suspicious. I'm a whole lot suspicious. Did the little boy wander off by himself and fall in the river? Or did someone plant some clothing there because they done something to the little boy and got rid of him? I hate to say it, but we know how these cases go. The phone he was carrying when he went missing was found today in the river below the apartment complex, the Eagle County PIO wrote on Facebook. Despite exhausted efforts by first responders and volunteers, we have been unable to find any additional clues. CBS Denver reports that Sebastian is not comfortable around adults he doesn't know. No one should shout his name out. Instead, he responds to animal noises and children's songs. He's also a heavy sleeper who likes to sleep in small, confined areas. Anyone with information on Sebastian's whereabouts should contact the Eagle Police at 970-445-4911. Or you can send them an email. So there's them gathering to search for him. Let's go back and look at his picture. Oh, he is so cute. So I'm going to follow this, and we need to find out about the parents. Ever who has custody of this kid, we need to find out about them. Yeah, I'm very suspicious of it. There was just, I think those two toddlers that fell in the river that were missing, their mom was laying on the couch, passed out, remember? She didn't even have custody of them. They were just visiting. I was suspicious of her, but I think they just, it was an accident. If you want to call it an accident, their mom was passed out on the couch, and then the kids wandered off, got through a hole in the fence, went down the steps to the canal, and they drowned. So the mom is responsible. Why did they let the kids stay there with her? She didn't even have custody of them. It seems like she has some kind of addiction problem. My youngest grandson is low or severe nonverbal. He is 4. I would never let him play outside by himself. I hope there's no foul play involved with this little boy. I'm thinking there's foul play involved. I mean, when I was reading that just kept going through my mind. So I'm going to go with that gut feeling for right now. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm going to wait for more information to come out, but I'm very suspicious. He is very cute. Very cute. I hope he's found safe. I'm sure everybody in the area is like searching around their houses, small places. Hopefully. I hope they find him sleeping somewhere. You know, a while back, a little girl wandered off and they found her. She wandered off with her hound dog. I saw a horrific case of child abuse, and it was from Florida. I posted it in my Patreon, I believe, yesterday. But this couple, this little boy, 6 years old, right here they are. I hope it lets me screen share this without having to stop and doesn't look like it's changing now. Okay, there it is. Florida couple accused of violently abusing 6-year-old boy for years, leaving permanent scars. And what they did to him is terrific. He's alive, though. Thank God, this kid is alive. A young Florida boy has permanent physical scars on his body after being abused for years by two adults, CBS Tampa reports. But the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office announced this week that a deputies arrested 26-year-old Samantha Smith and her 31-year-old boyfriend Cody Corbin for alleged child abuse. On May 14th, deputies went to Smith's residence in St. Petersburg and found a 6-year-old boy in the home with multiple injuries. A medical examination team later determined that the child had various injuries and permanent scars on his body as a result of child abuse that had lasted at least 4 years. Hold on, guys. I hear Mark coming with his stupid motorcycle. He has to always do this crap when I'm live. Let me go get my dog. It's not letting me get my dog. Okay, guys, my apologies. Skylar was outside and he was coming on his Harley, and I didn't want her to start barking. I had to run out there, now I'm out of breath. I muted. Lovable Rogue. Okay, let me finish this article. Okay, investigators allege Smith and Corbin would repeatedly strike and abuse the boy. The abuse included biting his toes, shoulders, pinching his penis, biting him with different objects, and punching and kicking him. As a result of the abuse, the boy has multiple bruises and scars. Smith and Corbin are also accused of withholding food from the boy to punish him. God, it's hard to read. I was out of breath anyways, and reading that was taking my breath. Police on Friday arrested Smith and Corbin. Smith faces one count of aggravated child abuse with great bodily harm, as well as one count of child neglect. Corbin is charged with one count of child abuse and another count of child neglect. They're both booked into the county jail. Authorities have not disclosed the nature of the relationship between the victim and Smith and Corbin. Well, I'd say the kid is her child. State law limits what information authorities can disclose in such cases in an effort to keep the victim's identity confidential. Okay, so mine don't share. So, gosh, it shows that I'm screen sharing, but I don't see it on this phone. Let me see. Mark, he got me all distracted. Okay. Let's see if it scrolls up. That's weird. Let me go out of my phone and come back because I'm screen sharing and it's not showing anything on my phone. Okay, there it is. See, sometimes you got to go out and come back in. Well, they need to be going to prison for a long time. Hopefully, I'd say he will remember the abuse, but I was going to say hopefully he don't remember the abuse. They've been abusing him for a long time. Let me scroll back down and see. I don't know if it said how they... Okay, it didn't say how they came to this house. "6 years old, and he's been being abused for 4 years." So it don't say how they got to the house. I'm wondering who reported this. Did someone see this child? See the bruises? Close the ad, damn. I don't know what's going on with this Chromebook this morning. It won't let me even close out an ad. Miss Murder. Hey, Miss Murder. Is she in here? Those two look like real winners, huh, Jamie? Yeah. They were biting this kid, pinching his private parts, biting his toes, punching him, not giving him food. They deserve life. Oh, happy birthday, Miss Murder. Oh, it's 1:25 a.m. there? Well, good night. I hope you had a good birthday. Or going to have a good birthday. My God, that's hard to hear. What makes people keep food from their children and torture them? I have no idea. Hey, cement shoes. People like that are demonic. Yes, they are. I'm just going back through the chat. Jamie, I'm so mad I can't type. These people are sick. The kid belongs to one of them. If they're both not his biological parents, it's either her child or his child. I'd say it's her child. Somebody needs to do her the same way. They'll get their karma. Sometimes when I read stuff like that, it really bothers me. I had run outside and grabbed Skylar real quick, so I was out of breath. I breathe hard anyways. Then I started reading that, and it started taking my breath even more. Oh, yeah. I saw where the Minneapolis police may be dismantled. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I mean, there's got to be police, right? I mean, who's going to go arrest people when they're beating up on their wives and kids and they call 911? Got to be some type of police. I'm going to see what that says. I read a little bit about it. It was saying something about the community. Let me find it. Um, Minneapolis City Council says they plan to dismantle police. How can this child ever learn to trust again? This child's going to be, I'd say it's already severely damaged mentally, and it's damaged physically too. He's got scars on him. Okay. During a rally on Sunday, Minneapolis City Council members announced they plan to dismantle the city's police department after 4 officers were criminally charged in connection with George Floyd's reported murder. 8 of the 13 city council members, a veto-proof majority, proclaiming during a rally in Powderhorn that instead of funding the Minneapolis Police Department, they'll invest funds into community-led safety initiatives. Minneapolis City Council President Lisa Bender called for an end of the city's toxic relationship with the Minneapolis Police Department and said they intend to reform public safety systems. Okay, that's just going on to say what happened the day George Floyd was murdered by Derek Chauvin. I saw a city official on CNN saying being able to call the police for help is a privilege. Oh, really? I thought that like you had to have a police department. See, I'm not familiar with all those laws and stuff. That's what I said. Like, who's going to go arrest these people when they molest a kid or abuse a kid or rape somebody or beat someone? You know, I guess they'll have. It said something about city led citizens doing it. Like, I can understand going into the police department and just, the ones that's got a bad work history, it's been reported and stuff for abusing people they pull over, roughing them up, let them go, keep the good cops. I think they need someone to come in and just whole new police force, basically. I live in Flint. They don't respond. Really? Oh, she's happy. Cement shoes, Carole Baskin. I can't stand that woman. She's not going to love this spotlight when they find something to charge her with. Or if Don Lewis's daughters take her to court over that will being forged. There's 4 experts that say it's forged. They got a good chance of winning if they can find a good attorney to take on the case. Oh, yeah, guys, that Myka Stauffer, the YouTuber who adopted the little boy from China and then kept him 2 years and then rehomed him, as she likes to say, is being investigated. The CPS is investigating her to see if she's fit to even keep her biological children. So that's good to hear. She's a piece of crap. I don't know, Will. Let me see. I might have it turned off. Let me see. That's weird. I hope I didn't get Is it because I set it for age restriction, Will? Let me go into my YouTube studio. I can see because that's got me weirded out. I didn't turn off the super chat this morning when I went in and edited my video. So that's really weird. Okay, it says this video can't be monetized because of age restriction. Whatever that means. Y'all just chat a minute. I'm looking at my video to see what's going on. Let me take that off for a second. Okay, let me save that. Okay. Something's going on with it. I don't know sure what's happened, Will. I'm not sure. But I don't know why the super chat is off. It's really weird. Let me see if I can figure it out. I honestly don't know. What happened? That link is in the description. Let me see. I don't know what happened. That's weird that my super chat is off. Would it be something in the settings? It's so weird. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's got me worried, though. Oh, man. Let me go back. I've done something. It's like not letting me monetize my video. I may have got demonetized or something. I don't know. What happened? Let me get back to my StreamYard. I can get my email and see. I don't see anything from YouTube. I probably turned the super chat off. I hope it isn't because you made this 18 plus. That isn't fair. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Um, I don't see anything in my emails about being demonetized. So hopefully it's a glitch because, like I said, I didn't turn off the super chat or anything. So say, hey girl, I cannot go live today, but would you announce Joanne born to Sparkle lost her mom yesterday after a long illness. Thank you, babe. Oh, okay, yeah. Y'all remember Joanne born to Sparkle in y'all's prayers. Her mom passed away. Yeah, Marcia, I figured out. My phone makes those errors all the time when I'm trying to spell. Yeah, I hate to hear that. So sorry for her loss. She's listening. I'm sure she's not right now. That happens to me sometimes with super chats. Oh, really, Marcia? Well, that's good to know because I was just sitting here trying to figure out like what is wrong. That's weird because the join button works. I clicked on it. So I'm not sure. Hopefully it's just a glitch. Like I said, I didn't see any emails. Okay. So now the super chat works. I think it was because I had it listed as age restricted. Do you need? No, well, I mean, you can go into your, it should be, you got an option, I think, to turn it on. You can turn it off, but I didn't do that. But now I just clicked on it. I'm on my phone and I was just worried that, something happened to my monetization, but now it says super sticker, super chat, join. It was something to do with that age restricted, guys. So, Marcia, beware of that. Because when I went in right then and took that age restriction off and saved it, then I went back out and refreshed, the super chat worked. Hey, Will, what? You just sent me $50 on PayPal. Oh my God, I'm going to kick your butt. That's too much. Thank you so much. I'll definitely be ordering some merch from you now. Be getting my, go get my chicken some stuff too. Thank you so much, Will. I appreciate you. I try to support you as much as I can, and I joined your channel membership. I need to join Marsha's. Okay, got it. Good thinking. I hadn't thought of that. Marsha, I don't know what we're going to do about YouTube, girl. They are not really wanting people to talk about controversial subjects no more. They got some kind of new rules going on, censorship, but they allow Myka Stauffer. They'll allow her content, using a little boy, go adopt him in China for content, then getting rid of him 2 years later, duct taping his thumb so he wouldn't suck it. They'll allow that kind of content, though. I left her a crappy comment. I never do that. That woman's a piece of crap, what she done to that little boy. I told her that, too. I said, you're a piece of shit. I've never told anybody that on YouTube. I mean, I may have said that about people, but I've never left a comment that says that. CC uses that on her farm animals. Yeah, I do. I use my PayPal and stuff on my farm animals. I always have. Not that I don't have the money for my animals. I just, people donate. That's what I do with it. course, I buy treats and all that on my own, but yeah, it helps out. That crap's expensive. That lady needs to go sit and spend. Yeah. I told her, I said, in that comment, I said, if I were you, I would never show my face on YouTube again. I meant that too. She thought she took all the videos down of that little boy, but I found one and it's still monetized. I'm still in shock like that Will done that. Will, you're too kind. I appreciate that. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. YouTube is crazy. Lots of freaking copycats out there. Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Lots of assholes out there too. Man, I feel bad about Joanne and her loss, losing her mom. Bless her heart. Yeah, I don't like to talk about death too much. When I hear about people, die on YouTube, I don't really say too much. I'll say a little bit. I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. I can't explain it. I don't know. Especially when we lose somebody in the community. It just makes me real. That can happen to any one of us. Like poor Denise Rainey, she passed away. Strange YouTube allows some of the crap on here. The most popular kids channel on YouTube, the Fantastic Adventures. The woman was abusing her adopted kids behind the scenes, locking them in closets, starving them, beating them. She would beat them if they were trying to film a video and they messed up their lines. See, I don't like YouTube channels like that. When they got it all scripted out and stuff, that's fake. I don't like it. I'd rather watch somebody's videos, they get their words mixed up or just a little bit of editing to make it fun, but not fake. See, they make sure that you check out your channel's join button after the live. Okay. Is it not working? It's working for me. I've got my perks mixed up, I think. I meant to do them the opposite the way they are, but I think I can fix that. I wish I just had one channel membership level instead of two. But when I was signing up for all that, I really didn't know. I don't like dealing with death either. I feel super awkward, lots of anxiety. Lucy Love, that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel too. Makes me really uncomfortable. Oh, I'll leave it to Bieber. Thank you, girl. We'd rather have you say real all the time. Oh, thank you. Well, I like to watch a lot of those homesteaders. They'll do a little bit of editing where they'll, you film a little bit, then you flip to the next scene. Just a little bit. That's fun. I just don't like those fake people like Myka Stauffer. They act like they have the perfect family. And even in her video, when they come out and addressed Huxley being rehomed, as she likes to call it, I hate that word. It was so fake. The background was white. They were in white. So they could portray themselves as looking innocent. People that were white were supposed to look innocent, angelic like, right? Guess what? She was never going to do that video. She was never going to address where Huxley was at. Her fans, her subscribers were asking. Her PR people got her to do that video. It was scripted, everything they said. If you notice when she cries in it, she's really not crying. It's fake as hell. They adopted that boy for content. They made all kinds of money off of him. And it was work. It's work to deal with a child with a disability. She didn't want to do it because she didn't love him. She used him for money, got that big house, raised money to adopt him. I think her subscribers should be asking for that money back. Yeah, that word rehome, I hate using that word. I don't know. I need to say it another way. That's why I always say I hate that word when I say rehome. I always want to make it clear I hate that word. I'm just using the word she used. Myka Stauffer. Let me see if I can find it for you. If I were you, I wouldn't subscribe. You do what you want. I don't boss people around. But you know what I mean? Don't support her. I wouldn't. That's my suggestion. I wouldn't. I'm going to share the video with you, hun. Right here. Just let me get the link. She took down most of her videos with Huxley, but I found one. Not the one I'm sharing now. She's got another one up. It's called, it was 5 months ago, My Mommy Morning Routine. I believe it's what it was. And she's teaching little Huxley sign language. This woman has quite a past. You don't rehome a child. No, you don't. No. She said, and in this video, and I've watched professionals analyze this video. In her video, she keeps repeating, medical professionals advised me it was best for him. So a medical, do y'all believe a medical professional is going to advise someone to get rid of their child because they have autism and they have bitten another child a couple times, or, bitten their siblings a couple times? This woman didn't even try. Like I said, she adopted him for views. That's really when she started this adopting stuff and going to China, that's really when her channel really took off. They moved from Indianapolis to Columbus, bought a huge home, couple nice cars, living the lifestyle, making money off this little boy. Then it's too much work. She rehomes him, as she likes to call it, and went on vacation to Bali. Pretty sure that's where she went. They would never tell you that exactly, Lucy Love. I think all her other children were programmed to be quiet so she could do her YouTube. Maybe that's why he bit one of the other children. They were unattended. I wouldn't even rehome my dog. No, I wouldn't rehome my dog either. My Beagle, she is hard to handle sometimes. She's just real sensitive and a crybaby. She cries for everything. We do everything. Lift her up on everything. But I never rehome her. Because that'd be mean. I love my dog. Anyways, that's the main reason I never rehome her. I love my dog. I don't believe in that. I think it's mean. You raise a dog for 2 to 3 years and then you rehome it. All it's ever known's gone from it. Same with the child. She said Huxley was 100% behind this. 100% behind this. He wanted to go with this other woman that was adopting him. There is nobody adopting him. He's in foster care. How can a nonverbal 4-year-old tell you, I'm 100% don't want to live with you? They can't. No 4-year-old could, even if they weren't autistic. They're not smart enough. You know what I mean? Don't want to say not smart enough, but can't make a decision like that's what I mean, at 4 years old. Now, CPS is investigating her to see if, she should even have her own kids. Amy's life journey is another one, Never Lose Hope, that has been caught on camera going off on her kid because she was trying to record a video. She actually, you can't see it, but she goes off camera and smacks the hell out of her kid on the butt. Hard. I guarantee her handprint was on that kid's butt. It is annoying when you're trying to record a video and you get interrupted, but you know what you do? You wait till you get a quiet moment. That's what I do. Yeah, my son is 3 and barely speaks unless he's repeating something. They're not telling you serious crap and mean it. Exactly, Red Rum. And, a normal I mean, a child that does, I don't want to say normal, a child that doesn't have autism at 4 years old is not going to be able to say, hey, and know what they're meaning. Hey, I don't want to live with you no more. I want to go with this other family. No. It's amazing how many people put their kids in adult situations, involve their thought with adult content. Sad kids, you never have innocent anymore. Yeah. Um, I watch a channel Fathering Autism. He gets a lot of crap for putting his daughter in videos because she's older. I don't, I don't think she's verbal, but people's called the CPS on him. I look at it different. People say he's invading her privacy because she is like a preteen or now, barely a teenager, I guess. But I think he's just trying to educate people about autism. I've learned a lot about from that channel about autism. Yeah, exactly, Will. That's what I'm trying to say. They can't form permanent thoughts at that age. Yes. One of my dogs had trust issues too. Skylar is so sensitive, Karen. She hears thunder. Oh, she's terrified. It is really pitiful when she gets scared of thunder or the wind and she don't like when it rains real hard. Yeah, I'm going to get her some calming treats because she panics out. She's very sensitive soul. Anyways, guys, I better get off here. Mark's wanting something to eat, and I've been in here running my mouth and trying to figure out what was wrong with my super chat. But I will see y'all tomorrow. I may put up some videos today if I get a chance. If I run across some updates or something interesting, I'll definitely be posting on Patreon today, though. Anyways, I love y'all. Sorry if I missed anybody's comment in the chat. It's hard to read chat and run my mouth and read true crime too. But anyways, I love y'all. Be kind. Have a good day. I'll see y'all in the morning, same time, same place. And thanks again, Will, for the PayPal. I appreciate it. You're one of a kind. Anyways, everybody have a great day. Love y'all. Peace. Or a great night, depending on where you're at in the world.